Hi guys, today we're in Tacoma, Washington, checking out the McMenamins Elks Lodge. Let's go explore.
McMenamins is a family-owned chain of brew pubs, breweries, and historic hotels located throughout Oregon and Washington state. Each location is unique and offers a variety of amenities ranging from pools and theaters to games rooms and an occasional speakeasy. But all of them mix eclectic decor with a healthy dose of local history. Today we're exploring the Elks Temple, a massive structure located in the heart of downtown Tacoma, Washington, which is home to 7 floors of pubs, hotel rooms, music venues, and of course, a secret bar. The building, which is listed on the National Register of Historic Places, was constructed in 1915 by the Tacoma chapter of the Elks Club to house their meetings and social events. Further expansions around 1940 added additional amenities like a new kitchen, handball courts, and even a bowling alley. Club membership soared in the 1950s, and at one point the Tacoma Elks were said to have the largest membership of any Elks club in the nation. They began planning construction of a larger, more modern lodge, eventually moving to a location near the Allenmore Golf Course, and vacated the original Elks Temple in 1966. Over the next 30 years, the structure was used for a variety of purposes, including local events, as an office space, a movie theater, dinner theater, and to host meetings of the Toastmasters, Kiwanis Club, and Lions Club. But after 1986, the space sat empty for 30 years until McMenamins acquired the property and began a restoration which aimed to undo decades worth of graffiti and neglect. After 2 years of work and at a cost of $34 million, the renovated McMenamins Elks Temple finally opened its doors on April 24, 2019. Entering on the 4th floor, you pass by the lobby to check into one of the 45 king guest rooms located on the top floors. Most of the rooms are located in and around the indoor atrium on the 6th floor, which is decorated with unique art representing Tacoma's history. Like this piece poking fun at Tacoma's Galloping Gertie Bridge, which was built in 1940 and famously collapsed in a dramatic fashion after encountering high winds. Overhead is an array of lights, lamps, and chandeliers, including this one, which was built for Seattle's Orpheum Theater in 1927 and salvaged when the theater was demolished in 1967. You'll also notice the fixture with the star-shaped design in the center of the room, which dates back to the original construction of the Elks Temple. Also just above are a limited number of guest rooms on the 7th floor, which overlook the indoor atrium and give an eye-level view of the light display. Each room is themed around different historic figures from Tacoma's past, including everyone from politicians to musicians. Heading back downstairs, you might pass by the tiny 5th floor, which can only be reached by one of the building's 6 stairwells, and inspired the name for the McMenamins 5th Floor IPA. Then back to the 4th floor, where you can grab a bite to eat at the McMenamins Pub, which serves classic Northwest fare like burgers and pizzas, and of course you can grab a pint of McMenamins beer, some of which is brewed right here on site. The pub is open to all ages and is also open for breakfast, serving brunch favorites like Benedicts and Scrambles. And of course it's decorated with more unique chandeliers. As you descend to the lower levels of the building, that's where the real fun begins. On the 3rd floor, you'll find Doc's Bar, a games room filled with diversions from pinball to shuffleboard. This is a great place to relax and have some fun, and you can even shoot some pool on the Elks' original pool tables. The Spanish Bar is a tapas-style cafe serving an array of Spanish-inspired cocktails and some interesting dishes like the wild boar meatballs. The bar also exits out to Tacoma's Spanish Steps, which climbs the hillside next to the building. Modeled after the Salinta de España in Rome, Tacoma's Spanish Steps were constructed in 1916 to connect a streetcar line on Broadway with City Hall on Commerce Street. The staircase fell into disrepair in the 1950s and continued to degrade until it was rehabilitated by the City of Tacoma in 2011. The second floor also houses the Spanish Ballroom, the on-site venue for live music and entertainment. Heading down to the first floor, you'll find the old HANGOUT, McMenamins Tiki Bar, which showcases a fire pit, a waterfall, and tons of tropical decor. The menu here has an assortment of world-inspired dishes and tons of tasty tropical beverages. Just watch out for the local wildlife. So I guess that leaves just one more venue which might be overlooked by regular guests. Pushing on the right place on this inconspicuous-looking wall leads to a rather dark and graffiti-filled hallway. But don't get discouraged. If you keep going, you'll find your way to one of McMenamins' famous hidden speakeasies, the Vault. This tiny venue only has room for a small number of guests and gets busy during peak times. But if you can grab a seat, you'll be able to enjoy the cozy atmosphere reminiscent of clubs back in the Prohibition era. Not to mention the tasty cocktails cooked up by the bartender on site. When you're done exploring the property, you can also hit the tasting room, which acts as the on-site gift shop, and pick up a few beverages or souvenirs to go, and even sample some of the brews that you may have missed along the way. In all, McMenamins has turned this property into an incredibly unique and fun experience, filled with enough venues that there's sure to be something here for everyone.
Thanks for checking out the Elks Lodge with me. This is a truly unique and historic place to stay if you're around the Tacoma area. Until next time, remember to keep exploring.